What's up, Colby Sharp, 5th grade teacher. Welcome to my channel. Here we try to help kids fall in love with reading by talking about amazing books. Today we're going to be talking about the books that my 5th graders are currently reading about a third of the way into the school year. They're reading so many amazing books. If you like helping kids fall in love with reading, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Starting out with Life Book 5. Life Book 12 came out, I think like 5 or 6 years ago. It's based on a true story of these children who went from England to Canada on a ship to get away from all of the bombing that the Nazis were doing in their communities. And the boat was attacked and hit by a German torpedo, and the kids had to try to survive in lifeboats. Lifeboat 12 was about a bunch of people in that lifeboat, and this one is a new one about a couple of girls and the other people stuck in Lifeboat 5. Phenomenal read. These are super popular. I think they said one of their teachers last year read one aloud with them. So they're really into the choose your own adventure books, especially these you choose ones, which I'm not really familiar with. So I'm gonna have to check them out because with how many kids have been reading these lately, I might need to get them for our classroom library. Let's go. Taylor Swift, why not? And then the Wing Feather Saga. I think I talked about this one in the last video. This child was reading it, then she actually paused and was reading some other things, and now she's digging back into this book. When the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid came out, this reader read Hot Mess twice, like back to back twice, and now he's going through and trying to reread all of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, which just makes me so happy. These are so good. So good. So if you haven't read the new one, Hot Mess, be sure to check it out. An amazing addition to a brilliant series. Babysitter's Club, always popular. The first one, I wonder if this is I need to talk to this reader. I wonder if this is the first time they've ever read it, or if they're doing a reread, who knows. A lot of like rereading favorite series happens in 5th grade. They're very nostalgic, thinking about heading on to the middle school, wanting to revisit some of their favorites. I got this kid to read Giants Beware and Dragons Beware, and now he's reading Monsters Beware. So darn exciting. What a great series. Underrated series. If I can just get a kid to try this series, they almost always read all 3 books. So check out that series if you haven't read it already. Our last read aloud was The Strange Case of Origami Yoda, and it's so fun to see kids moving on in the series. Look how loved this book is. Look how loved. It's just so darn loved. Think of how many kids just got to spend some time with Tommy and Dwight, Harvey, Origami, Sarah. What a series. At this table, we have 2 readers using a Kindle. I wish I could reach it. And listening and following along in the book as they read it. So one kid reading The War That Saved My Life, one kid reading Restart. Amazing books. We have a big school collection in our Audible accounts. And so a lot of kids love listening along. They love the great narrators, or maybe sometimes they're books that are a little too hard for them to read on their own, but they can comprehend it and read it with the help of Audible. So really exciting to see some kids using that to their advantage. I mentioned the Choose Your Own Adventure books. This is one, like maybe the only one we have in our classroom. And it's 2 different Choose Your Own Adventure, like video game stylers. So been popular over the years. First time a kid's read it in a while. Look at this. All these years later, still reading Charlotte's Web. Amazing. This reader was reading Turtle in Paradise, saw it on the shelves, so it looked cool, read it. Then when she was done, I asked her if she had heard of the companion book, the book that takes place before Turtle in Paradise, and she hadn't. And so I was so excited to give her a Jennifer Holmes Full of Beans, and she's a little over halfway through. Makes me so happy. One of the most popular novels in verse in my classroom in the history of my teaching career. Alone, Megan Freeman's. The kids can't get enough of it. They are obsessed with this book about a girl who kind of sneaks away, staying at grandma's house. Parents don't really know where she's at, and then everyone is like evacuated from the community, this town in Colorado, and they're gone. Like everyone is gone. No idea what happened, and she is alone in a town for a very long time. You think Hatchet was long? Brian had nothing on this kid. Holy smokes. This girl has been making her way through this entire series, which makes me so happy. I love these books. I was talking to her about it. She goes, it just reminds me a lot of Smile and Sisters and Raina's book. So great to see kids finding that. The Skull, we've read maybe 6 or 7 John Clausen picture books, and I book talked The Skull last week, and they were like, I have to read that. Maybe the weirdest children's book I've ever read. Love it. I read it 3 times 2 summers ago. can't get enough of this one. Another Wimpy Kid reader, exciting. And of course, we're obsessed with First Cat in Space Ate Pizza. The third book just came out, so a lot of kids are trying to read that. It's getting passed around as they get caught up with the latest addition to a beloved series. And book 2 in the First Cat series. This is only about a year old. Look at that. It's love, man. It's not a bad thing. It's a love thing. Lyn Kellys Song for I've never actually read this. I've read this book. I love this book. Book talk this book sometimes. I've never read this book aloud. I wonder if it would make a great read aloud. I should think about reading aloud because I really love this book. Another alone reader. This one's so well loved. Look at that. Is that beautiful? Just know you're getting your money's worth. I'm gonna start falling apart like that. Babysitter's Club, Wings of Fire graphic novels. It's amazing, right? 2 amazingly popular series getting an entire new life, an entire new readership by adapting them for graphic novels. Cannot be more happy about that. It's just amazing. Hope you found something awesome to add to your to-read list. I hope you found some amazing books to add to your classroom library. And I hope that we can all continue to help kids find the joy and pleasure in reading and just have that in their hearts for the rest of their lives. My name is Colby Sharp. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have an awesome, fantastic day.